Yeah. Whispers in my ear, I can hear you, but I know you're not too far. Yeah. Surrounded by the worldly things of life, but it's you I want to know so that I can sleep at night. I know you're near, but it's hard to find your voice. It's hard to find a focus. I know you're here, but it's hard with these distractions. But in you I have no fear. Only you, only you, only you, only you can turn my darkness into light. Only you, only you, only you, only you can find my worries, 'cause you're always by my side. Only you, yeah. Only you, yeah. Only you, yeah. Walking in your love, I feel your presence, so I know I'll be alright. Yeah. Breathing in the air, you gave me life. In the dark, I do not stumble, 'cause you guide me through the night. I know you're near, but it's hard to find your voice. It's hard to find a focus. I know you're here, but it's hard with these distractions. But in you I have no fear. Only you, only you, only you, only you can turn my darkness into light. Only you, only you, only you, only you can find my worries, 'cause you're always by my side. Yeah. It's only you, yeah. Only you, yeah. Only you, yeah. I am led by your spirit of love. I put my time and my Lord above. I am confident in you, I trust. I love myself 'cause you love me first. I don't need to be loved to the world. Finding you is better than the lies they tell. I don't care to be lost to the world, 'cause when I found you it felt so real. It's only you, only you, only you, only you can turn my darkness into light. Only you, only you, only you, only you can find my worries, 'cause you're always by my side. Yeah.
Focused on following you, 'cause you said you're coming soon. Coming like a thief in the night, yeah. The relief into light, yeah. And look at how you paid the price when you gave your life so I could have mine. So I'ma do what you say, and I pray I can walk in your ways.
until the Lord's day. I don't wanna wait until the moonlight. Tougher than he died is for this new life. Looking for the light running from the darkness. It wasn't for me, no, it still wasn't for me. I wanna be holy, but it wasn't for free. Gave his life for me, gave his life for me. We should be thinking it over. Got my cup running over. They focus on the moonlight. Don't lose focus, just hold tight. I don't wanna wait for the moonlight, yeah. So I'm running all the way right back to you, yeah, yeah. I wanna see the day when you stood right there. Oh, I know I wanna be the next to you. I don't wanna wait for the moonlight, yeah. So I'm running all the way right back to you, yeah, yeah. I wanna see the day when you stood right there. Oh, I know I wanna be the next to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Saturday night podcast filled with laughter, vibes, awesome jams, and that real talk. Because we're keeping it 100. It's the Vibe O'Clock Study right now. Brought to you by the YPG, taking things to another level.
What is good? What is good, everybody? Good to have you guys back on one more Vibe O'Clock. Today, I am riding solo, completely like solo. Ain't nobody here to back me up. Ain't nobody here to hold me and keep my calm, keep me cool here if anything goes south. But then again, it is the Vibe O'Clock. I was thinking earlier in the week, like, hey, maybe we should cut the moomishes from last week's program. But then again, who's here to be perfect? Who's here to show you guys something we are not? And that's exactly why we left it. We're like, it's not a problem. It's good that you guys see the mistakes, see that it's live, see that there are mistakes. But at the end of the day, everybody got the message, everybody participated, and I know you guys had a blast, as today you will. We're not going to be very lengthy. We're just going to break it into 3 separate segments. I am going to give you that intro break for you guys to get all your friends, your homeboys, your homegirls to connect here. We're going to have a short promo so that everybody has a chance to connect. Tune into the Vibe O'Clock because you know what's happening right now. Your Saturday at 7 p.m. is not the same when you guys tune in. Last week we had the rant of Uncle Vinny taking shots at the Park Station guys, and I heard that Park Station's going to fight back. I heard, but then again, that's not something for me to be here talking. I'm just neutral. I ain't taking sides here, guys. But it is one thing that's my job, it's my duty, is for you guys to enjoy the Vibe O'Clock. So make sure that you get everybody connected, that you get everybody to tune in to be part of exactly what's happening, and not allow yourself to be that selfish person who enjoys it one man or one lady show for all that matters. So we're going to go for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to kickstart with what we have. Wow, today I think I have made no mistakes so far, but let me not count my eggs before they hatch, because anything can happen, and I know that you guys are here on the comment section ready to roast me. We're going to be right back. Stay connected. Oh, don't just stay connected and enjoy the promo, but you need to make sure to share the link. We're going to be right back.
Going through a lot, under constant stress, pressure, and life just hasn't been the easiest thing to deal with. Wanna just talk but feel like nobody gets what you're going through? Well, we do. Call our toll-free helpline number on 0800 330 320 or DM us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at YPG RSA and be helped by someone who gets what you're going through. Because we've been there. Don't believe me? Try it out. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never want to leave. No, I'm not here for blessings. 'Cause Jesus, you don't owe me anything. It's more than anything that you can do. God, I just want you. I just want you and nothing else. And nothing else, Jesus. Nothing else will do. I just want you and nothing else. Nothing else, Jesus. Nothing else will do. God, I just want you and nothing else. And nothing else, Jesus. Nothing else will do. God, I just want you and nothing else. Nothing else, Jesus. Nothing else will do. I'm caught up in your presence. God, I just wanna sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never wanna leave. No, I'm not here for blessings. 'Cause Jesus, you don't owe me anything. It's more than anything you can do. God, I just want you. Yes, it's more than anything that you can do. God, I just want you.
I think we all love that remix. That remix just goes in. I was only gonna play like a minute or so just to give you, but then and I saw here in the comment section y'all were jamming strong to it. So I'm like, I don't want to be the spoiler in this whole story. So I said, let's go all in. Let's go all in the track. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am going to begin with the Q&A session. Remember, Uncle Vinny and I had begun it, and then since we had a short break, we weren't able to go through the challenges. The Q&A section, but I'm going to read them here. The first one says, "How do I find my talent?" An interesting question. How do you find your talent? I was speaking, I had a very short chat today with our media team, and I was saying to them that you will never learn anything if you're not willing to risk, if you're not willing to attempt something new. So it's very easy for us to say, hey, try your talent in doing many things. But perhaps you are going to start by doing something which you already know. You're going to start by doing the things which you are used to, the things which you are accustomed to doing. But it's very different if I say to you, try something you've never tried before. Try something you've never experienced and it looks really difficult. I remember, I don't know if I won't be able to get here the video, but I remember sometime last year we went, was it last year or was this year? I think it doesn't matter. Earlier this year or late last year, we did archery. We did a docu with this very very nice man who invited us to try it out. And it looks easy, but it's not as easy as it looks. It is difficult, and it felt amazing to try something new. It felt amazing to do something which had never been done before. And one of our youth members, he nailed it. We were quite a few. I think that we were in a group of, 12 or so, a bit more, maybe 15. And one of our youth members, I remember he nailed it. He killed it. And he did such an amazing work. And we were divided into, I think, 4 groups. Those who were with me, they'll remember. I remember Caroline was there, Melissa was there, Sipo was there. I think Lindo was there. A couple of them, some were, taking shots and stuff, but they were still playing. I think I had a team, and for those who know me, I'm usually competitive. And I remember we were in the same team. We were in a team. I think Nomtandazo was with me and a few others, Dylan and a few others. Was it 3 or 4 of us? We were grouped in 3 or 4, and we were competing. I was competing because I wanted, obviously, my team to win. And I didn't do too bad, but the other team did much better. They just nailed it. And it was amazing how there was this one youth member. It was his first time doing this, and he nailed it. He nailed it. And that's because we weren't afraid of taking risks. We weren't afraid of going out of our comfort zone. So if you are afraid of going out of your comfort zone, you're never going to know your talent. You're never going to know something you haven't tried. It's kind of like people who say to me, sometimes I'll ask, have you ever tasted sushi? And somebody will say to me, sis, no, I can't eat raw food. Have you ever tasted it? No. Okay, so how can you say that you don't like something you don't know? There are people who say, I would never do that. I would never do that. But it's interesting because you're saying that you won't, or rather you're bad-mouthing something you've never tried. So try it. You want to figure out your talent, what your talent is, you got to try a couple of things. There are people, for example, I was out with this awesome family from Benoni today, and I was asking them, who of you enjoy soccer? And in a group of 20 plus youth members and coordinators, mentors, I think only one guy raised his hand. And that was weird for me. Weird as in South Africa, you would have usually the majority of the guys saying, I love Diski, I love it, sure, Diski, And in this case, it was the opposite. So very interesting how, you might follow the common steps of everybody, whereby you might have a very different talent. I went to one of our regions, and there was this lady who had this singing voice, which I have never heard someone sing like that before. It was unique. It was really something I had never heard before. It was unique. That she could do something to her voice, which most singers can't do. But I mean, that's because she tried it. One day she had to try it. And probably when she tried, she failed. She didn't sound the way she was meant to sound, but she went out of her comfort zone. So you want to know your talent? Get out of your comfort zone. Stop doing what the majority of people do. Do something different. All right. I hope that answers your question. And I'm sure our comment section are not going to let us down. Tasha says, I feel like sometimes one can find their talent by coming out of their comfort zone or consider what you're enjoying the most. But some talents really need you to try new things. Munyaradzi says, it's no risk, no result, PJ. To make an impact, we got to risk. I totally agree with you. If you're not going to risk it. And usually when you do it the first time, it's going to be a moomish. Usually. It won't be as good. Or maybe you'll do it well and then you realize that there are other levels. You know, when you're doing very good in something and then you realize somebody's better than you, that's just because that person's practiced and done it longer than you, or just been doing it more, and that's led them to be like that. So, get out of your comfort zone. David says, that is true, PJ. Change is very scary. I believe that is the whole point. Transition should not be comfortable, as that is life-changing. You got it spot on. The second question says, I'm passionate about music, and I am more on the creative side, but my family wants me to pursue the traditional education route. What should I do? This is a very tricky one. The first thing I need to say to you is it's important for you to start by, I can't answer it if I don't know exactly how is your relationship with your parents, with your family. And we need to understand that most families want the traditional education route because that is, without a doubt, a safe zone to our family. And the majority do, and that does not exclude me. I remember my dad wanted me to study, and what I studied was in the IT field. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's not much of my field today. I was actually chatting to my dad about it the other day, and I think he was a bit surprised when I said this to him. I said, I honestly wasn't much into it. But that was back then, obviously. Times have changed. I have changed. I'm no longer the same person. I'm more into the creative side as well in a different aspect. But I mean, I think the first thing you need to do if you have a good relationship, a good communication with your parents, is to start by talking. Another thing is that parents want to see. I remember watching the interview of a very successful mixed martial artist, and he was saying that when he started pursuing cage fighting, his family was against it. And he comes from a well off family who were willing to send him anywhere in the world for him to study. And he was mentioning how his family were against it. But the moment he began bringing in the dough, the money, and they saw that he was serious and successful in this aspect, that's when they, changed their perception about it. So I think it needs to be a matter of you actually showing to them that that dream is not just a random dream, that creative side is actually do something about it. If your creative side, for example, is drawing, and you're going out and making money from your drawings, selling and making money, even if it might not be much, but it's something, I do believe that you will get somewhere. You're a beat maker, for example, and now you're making some money out of those beats. I think you're going to prove to them something. So it's different with different families, of course. But another interesting, or rather, I'm overusing the word interesting, guys. Another creative route, if I could say, would be study, get the diploma, and create the capital for you to be able to study what you want. If they're not willing to pay for what you want or sponsor what you want, do what they want to do it to your best, get it over and done with, get that teeth out, do that tooth extraction, get it out the way, and then pursue what you want to pursue. If they are not willing to sponsor, you need to be the one to sponsor. All right. Let me see. I see a couple of comments here. Bryce says, I just think that whenever we're trying something new, it feels like a risk. I think that's based on the last one. Tabisha says, it's been a minute. No one wins if they don't put in the effort. No movement if there's no action. I think that counts for both questions. Fortress says, when exploring your talents, you need to choose the people you get as your support, as it's not every friend that supports you. Chanel says, sometimes a person knows their talents, but they undermine their own talents, and sometimes they look at the money. That's so true. Very interesting and important factor. Tumani says, that's true. We also had a tryout in terms of sports that is called dodgeball. None of us knew it. But when we turned to get it, when we tried to get it, there was this one guy who was number one who roasted us all at once. So if you never try, dodgeball is a very, very, very fun sport, by the way. Angel says a relationship with your parents, she's trying to say, is important, but sometimes it's very tough to connect with our family. I totally get you, Angel, 100%. And that's why I say, depending on your relationship with them, you might go the way of communication. And if that doesn't work, then I think you need to be able to show them. Sometimes they want to see because they want the safety first. If you have the possibility of studying, many of our parents didn't get the chance to study. So if we're getting the chance to study and we're throwing it away, they kind of feel like we're being ungrateful. You also need to we need to put ourselves in their shoes as well. But if you have means of showing to them that this route I'm taking is going to work, then go your way. All right. I'm going to read here now question number 3. How do I know if I excel in the career that I'm in? Well, I think the answer for question 1, you can't know anything if you don't try. How do you know if you excel? Well, if you're already giving it your best, that's a good start. Your conscience would tell you, but sometimes your best is not really your best. You think it's your best, but it's not yet your best. You need to up the game a bit more. And I think being humble to listen to others, being humble to listen to those who are below you, above you, next to you. Because sometimes you can listen to those who are above you, but sometimes you need to listen to those who are below you because they will see something that you don't see. Being humble to learn, and obviously going out of your comfort zone. All right, we're going to go for a short break. I've spoken quite a lot, and I need that break as well. Remember, I don't have anybody here to assist me, to back me up, but I'm going to go for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about the underdog. That is the promised theme for today, the underdog, and what is the relevance of the underdog in our lives? You get me? What is the relevance? Are you an underdog? Does that have anything to do with your life, my life? I don't know. Well, we're going to have to stay connected here in the Viber Clock for us to be able to know what we're talking about. Stay connected, and you can still share that link to all your friends and your buddies who haven't connected yet. We're going to be right back.
Looking for something extra? Well then, join the YPG every Wednesday from 4 p.m. for Something Extra. Where are you getting it wrong? Where can you improve? Get in-depth tips on how you can grow as a youth. Join us at a YPG branch near you. For more information, DM us on Facebook or Instagram at YPGRSA or call the toll-free helpline number at 0800 330 320.
Something about your love's got a way about it. Like everything you say got me stuck on you. It's not always pretty, but I'm lost without it. Cause you're the way, the light, and the perfect truth. Forgot to let this down, then he gave me you. So I fall to my knees and I pray you. And I cannot deny that you are the one for me. You gave your life, I gave my life, I won't run from you. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. I'll do for you. Want you to know that I'm all in with you. I'll do for you. Want you to know I'm all in. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. And I know you know I be messing up. Where you hold me close when I'm reckless and cold. I don't know how I got you strong. The only one to lead and I will follow. No mistrust. The God of all my needs. Oh, you got me falling in love. You got me falling in love. So glad you're the one I trust. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. I'll do for you. Want you to know that I'm all in with you. I'll do for you. Want you to know I'm all in. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. I know that I can't do this my own. I know that it's higher than my own soul. I know that your love surpasses everything. I know, yeah. I know, yeah. I know that I can't do this my own. I know that it's higher than my own soul. I know that your love surpasses all things. I know, yeah. I know, yeah. What you want me to show you that I'm all in. I'll do for you. Want you to know that I'm all in with you. I'll do want you to know I'm all in. What you want me to show you that I'm all in with you.
There we go. We're back. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm writing solo, so it's not as easy as it looks, and I'm trying to make no mistakes, no blunders here, so that I can cover up for last week's moomishes. I'm gonna talk to you guys today about the underdog. It's pretty cool because when we refer to the underdog, for example, if you watch a movie, everybody wants to everybody wants to support the underdog. Everybody wants to be on the side of the underdog. You watch a match between a giant like Real Madrid versus a team like Amazulu. Everybody wants to hear about Amazulu beating Real Madrid. Imagine the whole world talking about, and I'm not talking about the reserve of Real Madrid. I'm talking about Vini Jr. and not our Vini, the other Vini. Those guys, Jude Bellingham and Rodrigo and Modric and all those guys who get paid millions a month to play soccer versus guys who are being paid a decent, a decent amount just to get by. And you watch the underdogs beating the major dogs. You will stop and you'll be like, what? It gets that going. And an interesting thing I remember happened last year in the last World Cup, where Saudi Arabia beat Argentina to win the World Cup. But if you stop and you notice what happened there, that was the greatest upset. There are people who like betting, and those who betted, majority of people betted obviously on Argentina because this is Argentina. This is not a team that's here to lose. This is, they have the best player in the world, the most decorated player on the planet in the history of football, and so forth. But then you stop and you watch a team like Saudi Arabia, because I know if I ask you right now, name me one player from Saudi Arabia. Give me the name of one Saudi Arabian player. Don't worry, I'll wait. I also don't know. But if I ask you for a name of a footballer, even those of you who don't know football, don't watch football of Argentina, probably you'll say Lionel Messi and a few other names for those who actually know a bit of football. My point here is that it was such an upset. But what happens is very interesting. Usually when you know that you are facing a weaker opponent, we tend to get arrogant. We tend to get ahead of ourselves. We tend to think that we've got this in the bag. We tend to think, I don't have to listen to anyone because I've got this in the bag, because look who I'm facing. I'm facing a child. I'm facing a little baby. I'm facing somebody who's, not half as good as I am. And winning kind of causes arrogance. Interesting, last week we were talking about winning and the desire to keep winning. But arrogance and pride actually makes one to stop winning, because their hunger for winning is maybe still there, but then they start thinking that winning no longer takes sacrifice. They no longer go through the baby steps of actually sacrificing or fighting for what they want, because now they already know that they've reached a certain stage, a certain level. What about that subject where you knew that that subject was in the bag and you never studied for that test, for that paper, only to get there and get trapped by that paper which you thought, or maybe you even wrote the paper and you thought, nah, I got this in the bag. And when the results came, you got way below what you were expecting. You know, that anticlimax? That is the effect of being the major dog and what arrogance can actually do to us. It's not, because sometimes when we talk about arrogance, it's kind of being pompous, pulling your chest out and thinking you're better than others. But sometimes arrogance can be very subtle and people don't even notice it. Arrogance is inside of a person that they don't even realize that they are being arrogant. When they don't listen to people, when they don't listen to others, when they don't pay attention to what somebody's saying, somebody shares an advice with them and says, let's go in this direction, let's not do it in that way. And the person thinks, I don't have to listen to them because I know exactly what I'm doing. Arrogance can destroy someone. On the other hand, when you only see yourself as the underdog. And when I say the underdog, it's not about you seeing yourself less than others. It's not about you having the self-pity and saying, oh, guys, feel sorry for me. It has nothing to do with that. But being the underdog has to do with being humble to learn more and more and more. Being the underdog has to do with you always being willing to learn more. It has to do with you understanding that My opponent might not be better than me. My opponent might be less experienced than I am. But that doesn't mean that he's not hungry to win. Because when a smaller team beats a bigger team, the smaller team, if he loses, if Amazulu loses against Real Madrid, no one's surprised. No one's going to be like, yeah, you guys got lost against Real Madrid. You guys lost against Bayern Munich. No one's going to say that because you weren't expecting. I'm giving Amazulu an example, but there are many others. You can put the first of the main teams. You can put Pirates and Chiefs for all that matters. You can't compare them against Real Madrid. It's a first-class team. It's a world-class team. So I'm not diminishing or saying that they're bad or anything, sort of. But I mean, what I'm actually trying to say here is that you're comparing giant. So if they lose against these giants, no one's going to tease them and be like, you lost against Madrid. They'll look at you and be like, yeah, you never even got the chance to play against them. Like, yo, I got the shirt at least of Vinny Jr. or all these guys and so forth. But if they beat them, everybody stops and says, what on earth just happened here? What just happened? How did we reach this? How did we get here? So that effect of being humble needs to remain in us until the moment we breathe our last. Is seeing ourselves always as the underdog. I repeat, you might not always be the underdog. You might be in the winning team. You might be in the team that's better than the other team, but never get arrogant. I remember a few times where I'd play soccer with the guys of the youth, and I would obviously pick the best guys. Like, yo, you good, you come play for me, you come play for me, you come play for me, and we'd be in sync. And I remember a few times where we played against teams. We played against teams who, how can I say, they weren't the best. They were younger guys, less experienced guys. They weren't winning. They weren't doing anything major. They weren't as skillful as the guys in my team. But they gave us a tough time. Do you know why? Because at the back of our heads, we didn't have to give it our best because this team was not as good. And I'm sure you've been in that situation before. I repeat, the moment where you thought, nah, I've got this test, I've got this paper in the bag, and the paper showed you flames. I don't know if I'll be able to put Uncle Vinny here. Let me try. I think he'll be able to join me here. I do want to hear his insight. I hope this mic isn't going to act up. It's not allowing me to unmute him here. It is crazy. I don't know why. I don't know if it's on your side, Uncle Vinny. Are you capable of saying something? I don't know why. It's just not giving me the opportunity to unmute him here. But otherwise, just tune in here on WhatsApp. Or I think I can actually, I know I can connect my phone here. If you can call me on WhatsApp, let me call you on WhatsApp, and then we will talk via WhatsApp. Let's do it via WhatsApp, and then I will be able to listen to you. Meanwhile, I just want to read some of the comments here. Bry says, so true, PJ. Okay, he's calling me. Give me just a second. I know that I can connect my phone. I haven't done it. Vinny, do you remember how on earth I can put my phone? I know I can put my phone here. I just don't know how. I mean, guys, it's live. Why should we, try to, do things here that, let's try this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, no stress. Screen share overlay. I don't know. Camera overlay. That's not this. Okay, that's not the one. That is my screen. Guys, it might work. It might not work.
Did you plug your phone in?
Oh, I need to plug it in.
Yes, you need to plug your phone in, and then it's going to appear at the bottom there as a video source.
Do you have... Can you please get the one that's in the office there? The office is open. It should be this key here, the black one. I'll get it just now. Vinny, talk to us. Meanwhile, as we're addressing this thing of the underdog. I don't know if you could hear because I saw you were disconnecting.
I got a bit here and there, but the underdog is one of my favorite topics because being the underdog allows you to learn your strengths with the right attitude. When you have an opponent and you know that opponent is like twice your size, has double the capacity, has all the knowledge, and you look at yourself and you're like, I can't make it. But if you have the right attitude to say, you know what, even though I can't make it, I'm going to go down fighting. I'm going to go down and give my best. I'm going to put my all into it. Funny enough, that you can actually overcome and beat the so-called top dog
Yeah.
if you have the right attitude and the willingness.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it. It's like it's all about mindset for me. Mindset is everything. How many, as you spoke about soccer, how many matches have we watched? How many sports games have we seen where there was an unexpected result?
Yeah.
That was all because of the mentality, the mindset. And when someone has that mindset to win, like, I'm not going down without a fight,
Yeah.
they become the true underdog who turns the tables.
Yeah.
That for me is everything. If you go write an exam and you tell yourself, I'm going to fail, then you are going to fail. But if you tell yourself, it's hard, but I'm going to do my part and I'm going to come out of it strong, even though I've had a bad year. But
Yeah.
the mindset is right and you're applying yourself, you will turn the tables. That's the beauty of the underdog. Even though it seems like it's all over, with the right mindset and the willingness to fight, you can turn it around.
Going back to also the other aspect of it, where it says about being overconfident or being the overdog, the bigger dog. David says here, overconfidence is the death of many dreams. Indeed, many dreams are shattered because people get overly confident. And I think we must always, because when we have the attitude of an underdog, the underdog knows, you know what, I might not win this, but I'm gonna make a statement here. It's kind of like I was watching this one fight the other day, this one MMA. I like watching MMA, and there was this guy who was it was his first professional fight versus an experienced fighter. But this kid gave the experienced guy trouble. He made a lot of mistakes. He lost the match, but he made a statement, and people were applauding him. And the major guy said, this guy gave me trouble. I haven't had such a difficult fight in a long time. But what made the difference was the hunger that he had, that hunger which he kept as an underdog. And I think even when you become on top of your game, we need to learn to always be an underdog. I like here the story Aisha was mentioning. I just want to finish reading here. She says, oh, that's true, PJ. My second year of varsity humbled me. I had to repeat an entire module. I thought it would be a walk in the park like first year. So first year, I'm assuming Aisha walked in like an underdog, humble, and saying, whoa, this is varsity. This is not going to be easy. I really need to be humble. I need to really keep my mind in place. Second year, she's like, I've been here before. I know these streets. I know these books. I know exactly what I'm doing. And bah, guess what happened to Aisha? As she said, she had to repeat an entire module. And Bumi says we should be humble enough to learn no matter how good we think we are at something, because there could be something we could learn if we just listen. Ntogozo says, I remember I murdered maths in grade 9, walked into grade 10, thinking I'm the boss. Did I not get clapped by my grade 10 mark? I was paralyzed from head to toe. Slindiwe says, so true. When one is arrogant, they stop asking for help and assume they know everything. And when one loses, it's everyone's fault except theirs. Liability, of course, as Slee is saying, moves away. More Blessing says, arrogance leads us to repeat the same mistake because we don't want to learn. That's so true, More Blessing. And we don't take advice from others because we think we got it whilst it is the opposite. Hashtag underdog, be humble. And Ndoni says, I'm stressed now. This week I've been writing and I told myself I did the things. Now I'm thinking otherwise. No, we're not here to cast doubts, Ndoni. Stay confident. Being an underdog does not be confident, but don't be arrogant. Or as I think it was David says, overconfidence. Miguel says, humbleness is a key to winning any challenge that you can face. Bonisiwe says, believe in yourself. You got this. She's talking to Ndoni. And if it happens that you didn't do well, don't worry. Next time you'll do great. I agree. Sometimes we mentioned this sometime last week that when we lose, that's when we learn more. and losing helps us to actually learn. That's where we learn. David says, "Bro, ask Goliath." David showed him flames. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can connect it here. Let me go for a short. Let's just put a short promo because I still have a challenge for Soweto and Park Station. So you guys are not allowed to run away. Let me try this out. I'm going to connect my phone just here. I don't want to give you guys my back, and he won't be able to speak, so it's going to be very awkward. Let me quickly try this out. If it works, it works. Otherwise, we'll do it over WhatsApp, and I promise you next week we'll have this sorted for us to have a smooth connection. I don't know. It's just not unmuting, but don't stress with that. We're going to sort it out. Let me just try it out. I'm going to go for a short promo. It's about a minute talking about the helpline. If anybody needs our help, our support, and then we're gonna be right back. Don't you move. Don't you move.
Going through a lot, under constant stress, pressure, and life just hasn't been the easiest thing to deal with. Wanna just talk but feel like nobody gets what you're going through? Well, we do. Call our toll-free helpline number on 0800 330 320 or DM us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at YPG RSA and be helped by someone who gets what you're going through. Cause we've been there. Don't believe me? Try it out.
Second with you, can't change my whole world. Something about the way you look got me wanting moments with you. I'm listening to every word you said to me. You wreck my heart, is yours to keep. Awaken me. Feels like time flies away from the start as you breathe new life into my broken heart. Sorry for wasting time. Your arms are open wide. I just wanna stay right here with you. I need our conversations. There is no point in waiting. This time is for the taking. I just wanna stay with you. I just wanna stay with you. Daily, all I wanna do is keep talking to you. It's what I want. Speak the word, listening. All I wanna do is keep talking to you. I just wanna stay with you.
Feels like I'm on a ride, can't help but satisfy. I need you, God, I need you. I'm listening to every word you said to me. You have my heart and please believe, awaken me. Feels like time flies away from the start as you breathe new life into my broken heart. I'm never wasting time. Your arms are open wide. I just wanna stay right here with you. I need our conversations. There is no point in waiting. This time is for the taking. I just wanna stay with you. I just wanna stay with you. Daily, talking to you. I just wanna keep talking. I just wanna keep talking to you. I just wanna keep talking to you. You, I want daily.
Okay, guys, I guess it's not working out as we had planned, but it's not a problem. Let me just add here our park stationer here so that we can have a fair thing going on. But I think that's basically it, guys, which we wanted to share with you. I think we'll talk more about the Underdog in the future. I would love to have our coordinators here sharing the thoughts with you, but it's not a train smash. I think we all got the point. Dylan says you can say that we underestimate certain things to a point of arrogance, and because of that, we take an unexpected fall. Oof, you said it all. Kiradita says true. Mindset is everything. So, and I like how David said, was speaking ironically about David and Goliath, really. Goliath was arrogant and he was insulting the people, the army of Israel. And I guess things went south for him. Things went south for him. I'm sure that is more than a lesson to remind us that we need to stay humble. The mindset of a winner, but the attitude of an underdog. The underdog is always willing to learn. The underdog is always willing to put more effort and apply himself for more. All right. I think we've spoken enough. Last week we had a rant going on here online. Whew, it was real. And next week in the Vibe, oh gosh, what you saying? What you saying?
We can continue the rant.
Aish.
No, we can continue.
Yes or no?
Let the
PH?
playgrounds talk to us.
Yes or no, PH?
Yes or no, Uncle Vin?
I am just a spectator, guys. I'm going to come here next week with popcorn. I have a challenge for the two of you guys.
Look, this week, I mean, today PH and I had a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to be organizing some nice vibes here between the park and the grounds.
Okay.
Basketball
No,
is
the
coming
park,
up soon.
not the park. It's the playgrounds.
Oh,
It's not just the grounds, the playgrounds.
So,
Yours
wait.
is the playground.
So now it's a playground. So now the YPG is playing at a playground. Is that what you're saying?
So in Park Station, they are at the playground.
No. In the grounds. Don't just call you guys grounds because the way you guys going is more like a playground.
No. Wait.
Wait.
We're talking about Park Station. I want to hear this first. So you
Yeah, I
said
want to understand.
Park Station is the playground.
No, I'm talking about Soweto.
Oh, okay. I heard Park Station is the playground. Okay. So
So
No
did I.
way.
you're saying Soweto's playing?
We take things serious here.
Huh?
We take things serious here. Park Station is the place where we set the standards. Come on.
Okay.
Is that it?
Oh gosh, here we go again. Anyways, I have are you yeah,
I was saying that.
Uh-huh.
I was playing nice. This thing of the playgrounds, we'll leave it there at the park. All I'm saying is we were going to have a nice basketball game between the two of us, to start to kick things up. Because we are fighting about this thing of who is what. So all I'm saying is I'm giving the parks and the ground to come and set the trend for the rest of SA. We agreed. PH and I-
Katekani just said that here the grounds is the underdog.
I'm chilled with that.
You okay with that?
Katekani is spot on. And she's preparing some nice vibes for us soon with the arts and culture that's coming soon. Prepare yourselves. But that's not the point. We're going to have a nice basketball game between the grounds and the park.
Okay.
And I hope it's going to be a nice one. At least if we can start this basketball vibe going through the country, I think it would be very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you know that it started at the grounds and the park.
Okay. So they're being friendly today. I, however, am going to cause war because that's what I do here. I'm me in the comment section, guys. We're together on this one, aren't we? We just want to see the war. We want to see the nukes moving from one side to the other. Although last week the nuke was only going in one direction, today we want to see it on both. But today we're not going to see it. Next week I have a challenge for Park Station and I have a challenge for Soweto. And I have to say that the judges will be everyone besides Soweto or Holy Ground and Park Station. I have number one. Are you guys ready?
Listening, definitely.
Are you sure? Taking notes?
100%.
Okay. The first one is you guys are going to record for us. I have been getting to some of meeting many amazing youth. I went to Benoni today. What an amazing, mature YPG, down to earth guys. Kind of like I saw dynamites there. Those quiet guys that you answer them. You take underdogs, total underdogs, where you look at them and you're like, but I could see that these guys had something going on in them that was like burning inside of them. A huge shout out to you guys. Last week I was in Alexandra. Oh my goodness, the vibes in that hood. Well, I went to Alex for the M4M Reloaded. So that was the first that Tali and I are touring, doing the M4M Reloaded. Tomorrow we're all going to be at Holy Ground, so there won't be M4M Reloaded. We carry on the following week where I'm going to visit the Hillbrow family, and then I'll be at Benoni for the M4M. The week after, I don't remember where, but doesn't matter right now. I know that the others of you also want to get involved on this competition, but my goodness. Going back to my point, Germiston, I met with the coordinators, then I met also the coordinators and the youth from Alex, and then today we were with Benoni, and they are going to get in on this. They've got some stuff prepared. But I want to see the standards of how a true war cry goes. I was telling the Alex family last week, that it's about identity. It needs to tell us a story and identity. And I want Park Station and Soweto to record the best war cry we've ever heard. For the love of all the sanity of the youth power group of the Republic of South Africa, please do not come with something we've heard before. Please do not say, no, that's already been done. That's we've heard that. Those who use it, cool. But we want something that we've never heard. We want something that we're going to be like, what? Where was that born? I love war cries, so I want to hear it. That's number one. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number two, an artwork drawing, traditional artwork, traditional drawing. Something that's going to speak about the YPG in your place. That drawing must talk about the YPG.
Okay.
Kolelwa, thank you for that reminder. Kolelwa says, who are we? We also don't want that.
Park Station.
Yes, yeah. Park Station. After 6 years, I taught you guys how to do a decent war cry. How dare you guys come up with who are we? Unless if Mr. Carlos comes with these new things, maybe y'all's getting like amnesia and forget how a war cry is done because I didn't taught you guys how to do it. I hope there's no amnesia. And so we're to, no who are we? Moving on.
In Soweto, we are fighting against the war cries of 1967.
1967.
of Sharpeville of June 16.
Yeah, some of y'all still doing it, and I know that some of the coordinators are right now watching. They're guilty of it. Y'all's war cries. I'm sorry to say, yapor. Every week it's the same thing. Who are we? Hi.
Nobody wanna see us
Together, yo. Yapor, you're not creative. Nothing, exactly. Nothing against those, guys. I'm not saying that those are boring per se. What I'm saying is that here we want something new. It is 2023. 1960, what is over. 1976, June 16, it's gone. We are 2023ans, if you get me. We want to hear 2023 level. Okay. So I gave you the war cry and the artwork. Artwork, please, drawing. Please, on an A4 sheet, I don't know, 16 by 9, doesn't matter how you guys are going to do it. We don't care. We just want something that's going to be interesting. And then, number 3, a poetry challenge. 1 minute, not more than a minute. Telling us, in that poetry, you need to tell us why. Where you are, it is the best place. Why the YPG of South Africa needs to stop, and also our visitors from Namibs and Bots and Zim and all the other who are here. Why, if they ever come visit, they need to come visit you there. And number 4, one creative photo. One creative photo. I'll do it like this: 2 creative pictures, because I love seeing creativity in the pictures, and I think that 1 will limit you guys too much. I would say 3, but let me say 3, because then we vote. Top 3. Let's do it. There'll be 6 pictures, but we vote 3 pictures, photo pictures. If you guys want to edit and play around with it, that's your problem. I would suggest you keep it on the photographic aspect. I'm going to get a very good judge to judge that. Are we on the same page, misters and misters?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
South Africa, in the comment section, tell me, do you think that this challenge... And by the way, y'all best not get comfortable, because I'm coming for y'all. When Abo Eastern Cape, Abo Western Cape, Northwest Free State, and so forth, and the rest of Gauteng, don't be getting comfortable. I've got challenges for you guys, so... get ready. I don't want people saying they forgot next week. David is here. He says, number 1, war cry. Let it be something new. Number 2, artwork. Speak to and or for the YPG. Number 3, poetry. Tell us why your YPG stands out. And number 4, creative picture. David, you are a star. You are a star. So both Park Station and Holy Ground have no reason to say that they are going to, they couldn't do it or they forgot. Ntembiso says, I have a feeling Park Station's taking this one. Ndoni says, yes, this is a big one. Let's go, Baba. Anything you guys want to say? Any last words?
Where's that winner? Let's go.
Let the game begin.
Another one says, I have a feeling Park Station is taking this one. Just a reminder, the last time Park Station was there, they had PJ and home ground advantage. Now they have no home ground advantage. They're running solo. PJ is solo. PJ is YPG South Africa. Today I was YPG Benoni. Last week I was YPG Alexandra. The day before I was YPG Germiston. Next week Sunday I'll be YPG Hillbrow. I ain't got a label to me, guys. I am YPG South Africa. Kolelwa, yes, you guys are voting. You guys are the ones who are going to be voting. I need to please Vinny or whoever. I need to get somebody, because then they might rig it. I will find someone who's going to get that site where we can instantly vote. Or we can even do it on our Telegram. As a matter of fact, if you guys are not on Telegram, the YPG Telegram, let me open it here before we bounce. If you guys are not there, then you're going to have to vote on the YPG Telegram channel. Let me just I don't know if you can fix just the Lokuzana. Yeah, there you go. Then you just go and you check YPG official underscore just YPG official RSA. As you go there, you guys will be able to, from here I'll show you now. I'll be able to make the poll, and then you guys will vote accordingly. As you can see there, I'll ask a question. Which picture was better? What was better? Then you guys are going to vote. So next week, you guys will be connected here, but you will be voting here as well. If we have another alternative, then we can also push that. Who do you guys think is going to win? I'm going to play the track as we bounce, but I want to see here in the comment section, who do you think is going to take it? They say they have no final words. I think they're stressed. I think they're nervous, guys. I think they're nervous. They thought I was just going to call them here to be taking shots at one another. We ain't got time for that. We got time for them to show us what they really got. If you are to visit Jozi, which YPG would you go? There's got to be one. Which of the two do you think is worth your time? We're going to talk to you guys more. Those of you who are in Josie, in the morrows, there will be only one hangout. That's going to be in Holy Ground. Not linked to the grounds. It's linked to the YPG of Joburg. That's for us.
We're still hosting.
Huh? Still hosting. And in the morrows, we're not divided in branches. We are divided in the different teams, which, by the way, I hope you guys have prepared your respective tasks. I also have a challenge here, but I'm going to bring this one next week. This is my focus is a bit off here. I have a challenge, but I'm going to bring this one next week. Because I think, okay, Uncle Vinny was a unique name. We need to give Pastor Collars a name, a nickname. PHPC, it sounds weird. It sounds, don't you think? It lacks that. It needs, something's missing there. I can't hear myself calling him Abu PH. What is PH? It's like Philadelphia. What is this? Like, we need something new. So I need your guys to help me on this one. And Dodi says PC, personal computer. No. But I mean, it's gotta be unique. You guys are gotta help him with this one.
I'm afraid of this one.
I would be too, because these guys can be savage. But anyways, guys, meet y'all in the morrows 24456 Imink Drive. We shall be at the
I like that one. Carlito or Nguchali.
Nguchali, I saw Nguchali. Kamuela, you are Master PC. I'm out of here. You guys are just savage. So, who do you think is going to win? And if you have any ideas for his name, please put it here in the comment section. I am going to be reading as we fade out with the song. See you guys 10 a.m. 10 a.m. We are there. Pika. So, we are going to be 10 a.m. there for the service, and then 1 p.m. we're going to be having our mega hangout. The YPG of PS have, you see this PS, PJ, no, that's too much. We need to fix this. PVC and stuff, all the stuff. So we are going to play you this amazing video which they did having to do with Takalos there, which has to do with Heritage Day. Picanto, yo, these guys are mean. Anyways, Jovis. I'm out of here, guys. God bless you all. Let's keep going to another level. Watch this video, and then we're going to go to the final track. You know how we ended off. See y'all next week. We start the challenge. We should have actually prepared this challenge for tomorrow, but leave it. We will do it next week Sunday. See y'all. We're out of here. God bless you guys. You want to chat? You want to talk? You're going through something? Talk to us. We are together. We're family. The joy, the happiness, the peace which we have here, the together and oneness which we have, you can also have it. Reach out to us, DM us, to all these many DMs here. You guys can actually get in touch. Tall one, my goodness. Malume PC, my goodness. I'm out of here. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. I am gone.
So hi, I'm Fifi and I'm here in the streets of Gandhi School asking people, interviewing people how heritage is and what heritage means to them. So let's go. Hi, I'm here with IEN Banangamtete. So I'm gonna ask you, what is heritage for you and how do you feel? So firstly, what's heritage in your own understanding? You can speak in Swati, anything.
Sangonan, Dimi Lisigo, it's just about good impress and just loving yourself in your roots, truly identity of Utumban, which I will lose claim. Yeah, that's what identity is about.
Perfect. So what does heritage mean for you above from everything? What is heritage for you?
It's celebrating my culture and respecting my culture.
So it's all about celebrating, respecting, and showing your love for it. So you heard from Felicia. She looks pretty, she looks beautiful, and this is us. So how do you feel? I see you. I feel great. Right now, I feel great. I feel amazing to be actually Zulu. And I feel proud of my culture. So yeah. So what is Heritage Week? I feel like Heritage is a day to like celebrate the different African cultures and to also remember the people who died during the apartheid era. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. So let me ask this side. Abulela, what's heritage for you, just in general?
I think heritage for me is freedom of expression. Like you're expressing who you are and what culture you come from and what is true to you.
Like heritage, like ilanga or maybe ilanga month, like abantu abamnyama abaz impressed like ubuntu babo. Yeah. Indlela ama-cultures abaxuka ngayo, indlela abayithanda ngayo bayiqhenya futhi njengami. So yeah. Danko, I see your earrings are nice. You look gorgeous, darling. How do you feel, Joko? I feel marvelous. So, yeah. Danko marvelous. Danko marvelous. For me, heritage is the time whereby people celebrate their culture and feel happy, like about where they from. How do you feel? Mina, engingakusho nje ukuthi ngijabulile ukuthi I get to know more about my culture and get to dress up and represent my culture as Zulu lady. It's somehow.
This coming Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning with our Holy Ground fam. What's the Heritage Day for the YPG?
wanna stay here and be left behind. I wanna make it. I stay busy thinking about you. I'm focused on following you, 'cause you said you'll come